Alright everyone, a new TV spot has dropped where we get a look at the three colossals of the movie. New shot of Titanosaurus right there, very awesome. We also get to see another look of Quetz climbing in and also jabbing at them and stuff. And there's more shots of Mosa. It looks so good, I'm very excited. Some repeat scenes, but there's a lot of new stuff in this TV spot actually. We see them on the boat, Mosa looking them in the eye, that's just so awesome. And then obviously the classic shot from the original trailer, but also over on Instagram, they revealed new shots of the D Rex. I kid you not, they had a short form version of that alert trailer, and in it, when we go through the D Rex scenes, because obviously, you know, one shot, it's too long to fit in a shot, so they've changed the scene from another angle, and you also see more of the D Rex's head, so it looks super awesome. But yeah, are you guys excited? This looks so awesome. Today, we also had reveals of the Captivz stuff. So yes, let's talk about the Captivz as well. I do believe we have a land, sea, and air. So we have T-Rex with one of them, but there's something special about this T-Rex set. It has a dead hadrosaur in it, and I believe this is MAIASAURA. Could be wrong, but this kind of confirms that yes, MAIASAURA was originally meant to be in Rebirth, and it makes sense because in the novel, the T-Rex in the river raft scene is eating a MAIASAURA carcass, so it only makes sense. But we think this has been scrapped out for Parasaurolophus. Unfortunately, they're like, you know what, we have the maquette, let's just use that. So yeah. And then we have the C one. So this comes with Mosasaurus, and you can see tiny little Spinosaurus stickers in the background. So those are super, super awesome to see. Love that. And they've got like little mine bombs on it. So is a Spino or Mosa going to hit one of the bombs or the boat, and it's just going to explode them into chunks? We've had theories, you know, Mosasaurus is going to eat the bombs, shoot them out the boat, like the bite and blast Mosasaurus. Won't do that, obviously, but would be funny. But, you know, I'm thinking we could have some expendable dinos here, or even Mosasaurus, because someone pointed out to me in the comments, I think D-Rex could eat Mosasaurus. I'm like, hold up, what? But I thought about it. I was like, it would put a new twist on it. It would be like, yeah, Indominus Rex couldn't kill Mosasaurus, but D-Rex can, so it's the new best one, right? And also, yeah, it would exclude Moses from that final battle to add more stakes to it, so it's just the Spino trio or something, you know? So, you know, maybe the Moses gets hit by a bomb, and you're like, D-Rex? Why would D-Rex be in that scene? Well, there was a Jurassic live data mine recently that said D-Rex goes to the beach. That may just be for the game, but it's like, okay, if they can put it at the beach in the game, then maybe we might have hope, you know? So just thinking out loud. But then we also have the air set, which comes with Quetzalcoatlus and a temple. It's very cool to see. I really love these. I really want to get a hold of them. I can't wait to get a hold of them. Yeah, so obviously the land set comes with T-Rex. The MAIASAURA is attached to the set, but T-Rex is a separate Captivz, repainted over the JP30 T-Rex. Mosasaurus is a repaint of, you know, the classic Mosasaurus, but green patterns this time. I do believe it was meant to be a different mold, but I guess they just went with that because it was easier. And then Quetz. It is a repaint of the Dominion Quetz. However, it has the horn or crest of the Rebirth Quetz, and it also has red and brown colorings like Rebirth Quetz. So it's really cool to see. I love it so much. You know, these are so awesome. Can't wait to get a hold of the dioramas. And yeah, there's just so much that's been going on today. You know, I went to check stores. Apparently they've got Rebirth stuff up the back, but they've embargoed them. It's like, I was so close. I'm going to try going back. Hopefully I can, you know, shadazzle my way to getting some. But anyway, D-Rex. We have officially seen its Captivz now. It is not green, so I apologize to everyone because I was saying it's green. I was saying the Captivz D-Rex is green, so, you know, but I got that wrong. So I'm gonna just be straight up forward with you. I'm sorry. It was originally meant to be green, but I guess they've gone, no, Mattel one's brown, the pop one's brown. Let's just make it brown. So, you know, it may just end up being brown in the movie. Could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, you know. Maybe there is a grey T-Rex in the movie, but obviously we think that's changed. So, you know, maybe it is still a green T-Rex in the movie. But I'm not going to try and get your hopes up. I think it is still probably a brown T-Rex. So there is that. But yeah, whole lot of eggs were listed on eBay and Lil Roll has gotten a hold of them. They bought it, so fingers crossed they can do an unboxing and we can see all the content soon. There was also an Ankylosaurus on the box of them, so it looks like they've covered over the silver D-Rex and they're like, oops, didn't mean to delete that, we'll just put a classic Ankylosaurus on it. And it's a much better Ankylosaurus than that one we had in the Dominion wave and the JP30 wave, which was, you know, that JP3 Ankylosaurus. And I love JP3 Ankylosaurus, but the mold for it was just not on, not at all. It was really interesting. It was interesting, weird, but then JP30 did a big egg for the Captivz, and it was the bumpy mold that we ended up seeing in Chaos Theory. I think the horn it wasn't unique, it was probably the same length, but you know. And then, yeah, so obviously that first appeared on JP30 and Kylo as a big one. Then there was a big bumpy and small bumpy. So that small bumpy has been translated into this Rebirth Ankylosaurus, and we're going to end up getting that. So that is very cool. We now have a whole list of different confirmed Captivz. And on the back of the Quetz box, we do have Pteranodon, and this appears to be the male Pteranodon. Of course, they are just using Jurassic World renders, so nothing too special, but its crest is enlarged, so that is really cool to see. You know, that's what the change is. They're making the crest longer for males. So, yeah, just awesome. And there appears to be 4 Pteranodons. They look to all be the Jurassic World, you know, render. However, I think their colors will change in the movie. Of course, we did have that Dr. Pepper website where we saw the Pteranodon flying around above. And whilst it is a Rebirth website, I do think that was wrong, because they showed off all the models in that app, the 3, Titanosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and T Rex, but they did not show us Pteranodon in like an info section like the rest of them. So I'm thinking they weren't bothered to remodel that. They just wanted in the background, you know, an elusive thing. But the real one is going to be blue, I believe, in Rebirth. But yeah, we of course have the Spino stickers on the back of that box of the Mosasaurus one with all the boats and stuff. So one could believe we're getting a Captivz Spinosaurus. So from that list, what we have T Rex, Titanosaurus. No, we don't have Titanosaurus. My bad. I was going over the colossals. I had the wrong thing. What we have is T Rex, we have Quetz, we have Mosa. No Titano yet, unfortunately. We have a Velociraptor on the back of the T Rex box, actually, so maybe that. Ankylosaurus, Spinosaurus on the back of the box, Pteranodon, D-Rex, that's 8, and then the limited edition D-Rex is 9. So that leaves room for 3 more. So maybe like Aquilops, you know, maybe the other 2 Spinos as well. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, are you guys excited by the Captivz? Make sure to watch up here for more videos, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone!